How did a case between Senate President Yahaya Bello and Senator Natasha Akpoti become a case between federal government of Nigeria and Senator Natasha Akpoti? How does that happen? In this video, I'm going to discuss everything with you. I'm going to reveal some secrets with you. In Nigeria, you can never say never. How does this happen? You can never say never in Nigeria. Then I'm going to read out to you the allegations labeled against Senator Natasha Akpoti by the federal government, right? Then I'll also discuss the context on how a civil case was transferred to become a criminal case, not just for the purpose of this particular case, but so that you learn when you speak. You should be careful of some words, especially if you are speaking in social media, you are speaking in national television. Then I'll also tell you the consequences of this to me and you. The consequences of what is happening now to me and you. Then I'll tell you the only way out. We'll have only one way out. I'm going to discuss everything with you. If you are a lawyer, you are watching this video, the lawyers here, please, you should share your suggestions in the comment section. So, what are the allegations that were labeled against Senator Natasha Akpoti by federal government? Now, if you remember on the 3rd of April, right, Senator Natasha Akpoti had an interview with with the Chinese television, right, where she was asked a lot of questions, and there are some key specific things that she discussed in that place, which becomes the major allegations against her. You see, the case has moved from sexual harassment and whatever now to something else, right, based on the discussion she made, the interview she granted. The first one was that she claimed that the withdrawal of her security details, stripping her off of her security details, is a strategy to make her vulnerable. That she was illegally suspended, stripped off of security details in order to make her vulnerable to criminals that are going to kill her, right? And that she talked about an assassination attempt or an assassination plot involving the Senate President and Yahaya Bello, former governor of Kogi State. An assassination attempt or plot involving the Senate President and former governor of Kogi State, which is Yahaya Bello. So, what does it mean? She means that Yahaya Bello and Senate President are trying to assassinate her. That is what she means. And then she talk of they talk of defamation of Inspector General of Police. In that video, in that interview, she talked about the fact that there are many political murders in Nigeria that are not being investigated. Indirectly, what they mean from here, what they mean, they are now trying to pick as a context, is that it means she's saying that the Inspector General of Police, even if they kill her, they may not even investigate it. It has happened before and it can happen again. That if she didn't speak up, nothing will even happen, right? Now, the other thing that was there in the other allegation was the claim made by Sandra Duru, something like that in Facebook, right? She said that Senator Natasha Akpoti said Senator Akpabio is involved in organ harvesting. Senator Akpabio is involved in organ harvesting. So these are the allegations. So what are the contexts that they have picked from these allegations and make this case a criminal case. Now, for a civil case, is me and you between one and another person. Once the case is becoming criminal case, that is when you are now involving federal government. Lawyers in the house, if I get it wrong, please indicate in the comment section. Let's see if I am wrong, right? The context is that this poses a national security threat, which means this her particular statement is can cause national security threat, and that is where federal government now come in. Anything that has to do with national security threat, that is when you are now involving federal government, and that this can cause violence and anarchy, right? The fact that she said that there is an assassination attempt and that it involved Akpabio and Senate. Akpabio is a public figure. He's a Senate president number 3003 in Nigeria. 001 the president, 002 the vice president. Now 003 is the Senate president. So this can cause violence and anarchy because she has supporters and Akpabio has supporters, right? So this can cause what? Violence and anarchy. As a result, it is now a national issue. It is now a federal government case to deal with. Can you see how that case has moved from sexual harassment, whatever, to something else? So as a result of this, Yahaya Bello and Akpabio petitioned Inspector General of Police that she should be investigated on the basis of these comments. And that is what leads to the involvement of federal government. Now, what is the consequences of this for me and you? What is the consequence? Right? Now, Senator Natasha Akpoti she's a senator, and apart from being senator, she is influential, she is powerful on her own, she is powerful, she has connections, she knows people, and she has money. If something like this can happen to her, right, a case that seems to be a case between her and Senate President and Yahaya Bello, which is supposed to be a civil case, right? The context can be transferred, can be, what I don't know the right word to use, to become a criminal case, and that they are going to take her to court, and she will have to appear in the court, and the consequences is that if she is found guilty, she may even go to prison. If this can happen to Senator Natasha Akpoti, how about me and you that doesn't know anybody? How about me and you? How about ordinary Nigerians like us that doesn't know anybody? What do you think will happen? Right? And now this brings me to the way out. Right? There is only one way out. Okay? The way out is, before I go ahead and tell you the way out, please, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, as well as give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can show this video to a lot of people, right? Now, the way out is that we have a more credible election process. The process that selects leaders based on the choice, majorly based on the choice of the masses, not just based on the choice of some elites, right? And that is why I'm inviting you to support the election petition, right, that Mr. Randy Peter has written to the Senate, that INEC should be mandated to electronically transmit results. What this will do is that it will make public officials more credible, right? We are going to be more involved in the process of selection, because it is going to be more like, okay, it is what the masses decide versus what some few powerful people decide, right? It is what the masses decide. And by the time that people know that masses have the solution, it is the masses that decide, they will be forced to work more. All this pity pity that used to happen will be a little bit eliminated. And the fact that whatever they are doing, the masses is seeing, the social media is spreading all this information, it will make it easy for election process to better. And if you have a better election process, the people that are going to appoint it, the ministers, the chief judges, the inspector general of police, the everything, it will be more credible, because you, of course, you will now want to choose people that will work so as to get the masses to be in support of your administration, right? So go ahead and continue to support this petition. He has a Facebook, he has, it is there in Facebook, in TikTok, and in this thing, and in YouTube here. Give it volume. Let everybody hear about it. See you in subsequent videos.